Well, today we're going to spend a little bit of time just to see if we can get the doors to close better. And one of the things that I wanted to do is step away from the original Series 2A closing latch, or I guess this is the catch here. And you can see here, this is the original style. And with the old twist locks, and all it really does is lock the handle for me to come up. Obviously there's some other security issues that go hand in hand with that. You can see a loose screw here, but my hinges are good and tight. Nothing's shaking there. But notice that when I give this a good slam, it works from the outside. From the inside, people are really tugging on this handle, and that's why that's loose. I don't really like the idea of people tugging on this handle because it's just, those two bolts, and it's just way too tough. Typically, I have to get my wife into the car and then do the butt move. And I'd have to do that on this door and all of the rear doors. I have to do that too. So what we're working on today is, obviously, I'm going to try and get a heat gun in here and see if I can finally get this to get out of the way so that will close. And likewise, back here, this rubber is a big part of what's causing the problem. Now, let's go to the other side because I'm partway through the project on this side. The front seals are in, and I've left the back out so that my door does close nicely. Now, the one thing that's happened is that this side, I have gone ahead and put the different mechanism on. Much more of the traditional catch and latch. The ability to lock the door from the inside. And this is the Series 3 lock, which is the anti-burst latch. And so I'm doing this to both front doors, and I'll have a keyed entry on both sides, so I don't have to get in to unlock my wife's door like I always do. And I'm also going to do one on the back with this style. You really gotta kind of take a big deep breath for it, as you're going to be drilling a hole in the side of your door panel. And I'm actually quite pleased with how that guesstimate came out. And I drilled this hole, and I got the rubber trim or plastic trim, and I'm going to go ahead and start working on the other door now and see if I can get any better play out of it. Okay, so we've got this side installed, and I'm going to get ready to check out how it's lining up. It's lining up really nicely with the barrel, but now you can see my rubber seals are in the way. But I'm lined up real good, but I got to work on that. Just to give you a little insight on what I'm doing here. Obviously, pretty pleased with how that's lining out, and just what I'm doing is I am putting the handle in place without the tumbler in the lock, and you can get it to hold with two bolts on the back side, and then I can eyeball where that's lining up and then put a little Sharpie point. Now if I leave it in place without the barrel in the latch, then when you do your pilot hole goes straight back in there, and you can then kind of eyeball and see if you have any last second regrets and you need to shift it any. But once I've done my pilot hole, then I pull the handle back out, finish the drill, put the handle back in, put the barrel back in, and then there is this plastic trim piece that will dress that nicely. Just tuck that in there. So now I got to go to work with the heat gun up here and just really see if I'm going to be able to, what can I do to improve this to get that to close nicely. But anyway, that'll come next. Really, this is my door that's got rust in it, and unfortunately, right here, there actually isn't even any door skin, so I'm going to have to put a big washer in to kind of hold that, which will probably flake that off. But I've got 3 good screws in, or bolts rather, and I just got to try to take out some of this play here, and we'll have the back done. But this will be keyed separately, and these actually are the parts that go specifically for each location. And you can see here just how much that's, how wide that is and how much that's keeping that off. So, I don't know, I might try again with the heat gun a little different way just to get that to lay down. But the reason I'm adding this extra minute is that somebody did ask me if just adding these burstable lock mechanisms helped just with the door closing performance in total, and they absolutely do. My wife couldn't shut the door consistently from the inside because of that rubber, and now I'm able to shut it and lock it. And because the door has a latch that it attaches to now, and there is an upper and lower kind of horizontal piece that the mechanism sits in, the door is just rock solid. Before it could shake up and down, and it would kind of vibrate when driving. So much more stable door on the front too, and then in the back where we've got this weight of the can, and I'll be adding a third hinge here to help with that. Same story. It gives a carrying point on this side for that extra weight. So really, you just have to be careful about, lining up and drilling your holes. But all in all, we're very satisfied with how that worked. And yeah, I highly recommend that upgrade if you're going to do it, if you have been thinking about it.